Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
And actually, when a person becomes a devotee, then all personalities, they help him. All the previous acharyas, the demigods, everyone, they help the devotee in his progress in Krishna consciousness. Now Indra is there, Prabhuji, please.
I'd like to attempt to comment on this question a little bit. If you don't
This last
mind.
point?
This question, his question, about whether mercy can come directly, or does it always have to come through disciplic succession? Basically the question. So, in other words, do we have to have a living guru? Is the question. Or can we just take advantage of the teachings of the predecessor acharyas? For example, can we just take advantage of Srila Prabhupada's books? Do we have to have a living spiritual master? That's how the question boils down, basically. Yeah. So, or you know, and if we can just take advantage of Srila Prabhupada's books without having had the, let's say, a link to Srila Prabhupada, except the books themselves, and why can't we take advantage of Rupa Goswami's books, or Vishwanath's books, or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Shashtakam prayers, or, you know, Bhagavat, which is coming directly from the lips of Sukadeva Goswami, etc. So, I would like to offer a suggestion that mercy is coming in a myriad of ways, but at the same time, Krishna does want to place a devotee at the feet of one of his devotees. Our business is to become Das, Das, and Das. So someone can say that, well, we're Das, Das, and Das, meaning that I can become the Das of Rupa Goswami, who is also Das of like this. So in various ways we can think to fulfill those requirements without having to actually be associated with anyone, particularly physically contacting anyone. Still, I would suggest that just like Harinam Sankirtan is for everyone, Harinam Sankirtan can facilitate the deliverance of all fallen conditioned souls. If Nam is chanted purely, then that Nam is non-different from Krishna. And that Nam can benedict anyone who comes in contact with Nam. So it is described that Yasya Prasada, Bhagavat Prasada, Yasya Prasad Nagati Kati Katopi. So that by the Guru's mercy one gets Krishna's mercy. And by, let's say, without getting the Guru's mercy, there's no question of making advancement to the ultimate goal of life. So, but Prabhupada adds a little extra to that translation. He says that it's by Krishna's mercy that one gets the chance to have Guru in order to get Krishna's mercy. So in the sense that Guru Krishna Prasade by Bhakti Lata Bish. It is by Guru's mercy and Krishna's mercy simultaneously. So Krishna's mercy is coming, the mercy of Harinam, if we have the opportunity to hear the pure name being chanted, whether it was recorded, like Srila Prabhupada's cassette recordings or otherwise. But it can be understood that if the sincerity is there in the heart to get sadhu sangha, I hope I'm not committing an offense. Mahaman is... Okay, sorry. The discussion is going on, I guess. Because Krishna is within the heart, and if he wants us to have the shelter of sadhus, then by the chanting of the holy name, by the broadcasting of the holy name, by performing Sankirtan, and by Krishna seeing our sincere efforts to approach him, that certainly, because it's not like this world is completely devoid of Shuddha Bhakta Sangha. You mean to tell me that there's no pure devotee in the whole world? So, if there is a pure devotee somewhere on this planet at the present time, and according to Krishna in Mahabharata, he says that you can always find any number of gurus. He says, but you can hardly find even one disciple, is the difficulty. The real difficulty is finding a disciple who's prepared to search high and low through hell and high water in order to actually get Krishna's bona fide living representative and practically surrender by carrying out orders, etc. And let's say having that let's say present, if you want to say present in eternal time, link with the Guru Parampara. Krishna is a person. He is situated within the heart. He is always giving benediction according to the desires of the individual. Just like Arjuna is telling, take me this way, so Krishna is taking him this way. Practically speaking, every conditioned soul is saying, please take me to the movies. So Krishna facilitates taking him to the movies. Please take me to the hog's body. Krishna facilitates. So similarly, if the desire is intense enough, and by the mercy of Nam, by the mercy of the scriptures, by the mercy of the predecessor acharyas, if their mercy is real, and if it has a profound influence in our lives, and if Krishna is satisfied with the way, by the way with which we have responded to that influence, and if there is a pure, unalloyed, bona fide representative of Krishna present, then Krishna, as Antaryami within the heart, can direct any living entity, to the feet of that pure representative, or he may direct the representative to the feet of that aspirant. And if that's not going on, then we should question our sincerity, because we can have any number of literatures written by the predecessor acharyas, and it may say that anyone who hears surely gets love of Godhead, or goes, but how to get love of Godhead? Adau Shraddha, Tata Sadhu Sangha, then Anartha Nivritti, Bhajan Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, etc., till you get Prema, is the general process. There's always exceptions to rules, but we should be very careful not to make rules out of the exceptions.